Okay, today I'm going to be talking about ghost notes on bass. First, I'll explain what a ghost note is. A ghost note is not actually well, it is a note, but it doesn't have a sound. It's more like a thud. It's more rhythmic, percussive sound instead of having like a tone to it. A lot of times, bass players use that to emulate like a bass drum, even to the point of sounding like this. And the way you do it is you put your fingers on the fret, on the string, I'm sorry, put your finger on the string, but you don't push down, because if you push down it sounds like this. And you don't want that. You want the percussive sound. And you only get that from putting your finger on the string, but you don't push it down. And again, the same thing I was just doing. I was showing an example of what it would sound like in the actual, if you were actually playing. First, I'll do what the drum will actually sound like. And what I'm doing there is the first note that I'm hitting is the ghost note, and the second one is when you push the fret down, so it sounds like this. So again, you don't fret the note on the first one, and on the second one you fret it. And that's how you get the accent, like it's a shuffle type beat. And if you want to, you can put a metronome on or something and just practice using your fingers with just the ghost notes, because it's not just using what application I'm showing you. You can play ghost notes all through pretty much any song where you have empty spots where you want to kind of fill things in a little bit. Sometimes you can add ghost notes in there too. But what you want to do is just put your finger on the fret and then just do some quarter notes or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just get yourself familiar with that feel. And I recommend doing it with a metronome or some type of drum machine or something, because you're going to be working hand in hand with the drummer, and you don't want to have your ghost notes off to what the drummer's doing, and then it clashes. You want to be able to play together. So that's why it's very important to play with a metronome or a drum machine or something, so you get the proper timing. Okay, now I'm going to play a groove using ghost notes and see if you can pick out where the ghost notes actually are. Okay, here we go. using ghost notes all through there, and what it does, it makes it sound more funky instead of just playing the straight notes. Once you learn how to incorporate ghost notes in your playing, it'll become a natural thing. Right now, if you're not familiar with doing it at all, it's going to feel foreign to you to the point of not sounding musical. And once you get it down in your fingers and know how it's supposed to sound, then it'll become second nature. So with that, I'm going to play another groove also with ghost notes in it. Let's see here. Okay, you don't have to just only use ghost notes in finger style. When I say finger style, it means just picking with your fingers. You don't always have to use ghost notes just for doing that. You can also use it for slapping and popping also, to imply different rhythms and things too. And it's the same principle, you're just striking a string different. Okay, I'll play that to a groove. Paying attention, you're hearing that popping in there. Those are ghost notes also. I'm not actually popping a note. I'm not doing that. I'm actually just, my fingers are already resting on the G string anyway, so in between playing, I'm just pulling on it, making that popping sound, and those are ghost notes also. They're not fretted. My fingers are laying across it to keep it from ringing, but it's not pushing it down the fret to actually get a tone. There. So again, have fun with it. Practice as much as you can to a metronome or drum machine so you can get it down and you can start actually playing some rhythms with ghost notes.